We're so glad you're spending time with us today. Your support is always appreciated here at CSL. Remember, there's several ways to give. As you watch today's service, you can click on the donate button right here on Facebook or donate at our homepage, cslftl.org. There's also a regular giving program called TPL, where you can set up a monthly contribution. You'll find details on our website, cslftl.org. Here's a great way to stay in touch with CSL Center for Spiritual Living. It's our brand new app available in the App Store under Center for Spiritual Living, FL, and that's Florida. Make sure you say hello to everyone today in the comment section and let us know your thoughts. We're so glad you're here. Enjoy the celebration.
Good morning. We're going to start our service as we always do with our opening song, which is Spirit is in This Place. Here we go. Let's stand up and make a joyful noise. Here we go. You got it. We have come together as a family. We have come here as we are. We have come with arms wide open. We have gathered here in love. Here we go. Spirit's in this, Spirit's in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise the room with shouts of praise. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise the room with shouts of praise. Spirit is in this place. Raise the room with shouts of praise. Spirit is in this place. Once again, good morning. And welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Antonio Edwards. I am the music director here, and I would like to thank you for joining us in person or online. Just a reminder, if you cannot be in the room with us, there are 3 ways to join our spiritual community: online, Facebook, YouTube, or via our website, cslftl.org, by selecting the live stream tab. If you are a first-time guest, we are so glad that you're here. And we have a gift for you, mala beads, a set of mala beads, which are lovely, and you can use them part of your prayer and your spiritual practices. If you haven't had a chance to fill out the visitor card, please stop by guest services to complete one. Let us know how you found us, your name, your email address, and we also have a gift for you. If you are watching us online for the first time, let us know in the comment section or visit our website's Contact Us tab and complete an inquiry form. While you're there, please take a tour of our website to learn more about us. If you sign up for our e-newsletter, you'll be in the know of all of the upcoming classes and events. Please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or download our app listed as Center for Spiritual Living FL, which stands for Fort Lauderdale. We would love it if you would reshare our post or app with your followers and your friends. At CSL, we have an intention statement that says who we are and how we want to be present in the world. Please join me in standing, and we will say it together. Afterward, please greet your neighbor with a hello, handshake, or namaste, keeping in mind that some people are still practicing social distancing. So, CSL Fort Lauderdale, who are we? We are a loving and diverse spiritual community dedicated to personal growth, healing, and service. Yes.
Well, good morning. For those that you want to turn me on? Thank you. Turn me on. Wow, our morning's off to a really good start. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Fran Winslow. I'm a licensed practitioner here at Centers for Spiritual Living, as well as now a second-year ministerial student. I know. And it's my honor to be here with you this morning. At this time, we'd like to give a warm welcome to those new time guests that are here. So if you're here for the very first time, would you mind standing so we can give you a little bit of love? We know that you have lots of choices out there, and we're so happy that you chose us. And if you're sitting next to somebody who's brand new, would you please show them a little love? I also want to take a moment to recognize a special guest that we have this morning. It is Reverend Rick McCollum, who is the Dean of the Florida campus of the school that I attend, Holmes Institute. And so we offer a warm welcome to him, too. And you know, the deans talk to each other, so if you want to tell him how wonderful I am, he'll let my dean know. So, just saying. I also have an announcement with a heavy heart. I have to let you know that Peter Charlton passed away a few days ago. He was an integral part of the CSL community, and he was greatly loved by so many here. His husband, Ken Lomas, and he spent so many winters here in the south of Florida. Peter was a legacy partner here at CSL and believed in its future. We are grateful for his vision, his love, and his generosity. For those of us who loved Peter, we share your sorrow at the loss. And yet, we know that consciousness is eternal and his spirit lives on. Rush into the arms of love, Peter, and begin your life anew.
Good morning, CSL. And blessing Peter and all of his family and friends and his whole community. You know, my wife and I recently, our cat passed this week. And the only reason I'm mentioning it is because his name was Ernest Holmes. We had him for 15 years, and I feel for Peter and Peter's family the same way I feel for Ernest Holmes and our family. So today's selected reading comes from the book Meditations of the Heart by Howard Thurman, and it's entitled Keep Alive the Dream in the Heart. As long as a man has a dream in his heart, he cannot lose the significance of living, of life. However, it is a part of the pretensions of modern life to traffic in what we generally call realism. There's much insistence upon being practical and down to earth. Such things as dreams are wont to be regarded as romantic or as a badge of immaturity or as escape hatches for the human spirit. When such a mood or attitude is carefully scrutinized, it is found to be made up largely of pretensions, in short, of bluff. Men cannot continue long to live in the dream if the heart has perished. Let me read that again. Men cannot continue long to live if the dream in the heart has perished. It is then that they stop hoping, they stop looking, and the last embers of anticipations fade away. The dream in the heart is the outlet. It is one with the living water welling up from the very springs of being, nourishing and sustaining all of life. Where there is no dream, the life becomes a swamp, a dreary, dead place. Deep within, a man's heart begins to rot. The dream not be of some great and overwhelming plan. It need not be a dramatic picture of what might or must be someday. The dream need not be a concrete outpouring of a world-shaking possibility of sure fulfillment. Such may be important for some. Such may be crucial for a particular moment of human history. But it's not in these grand ways that the dream nourishes life. The dream is the quiet persistence in the heart that enables a man to ride out the storms of his churning experiences. It is the exciting whisper moving through the aisles of his spirit, answering the monotony of limitless days of dull routine. The dream is the ever-recurring melody in the midst of the broken harmony and harsh discords of human conflict. The dream is the touch of significance which highlights the ordinary experience, the common event. The dream is no outward thing. It does not take its rise from the environment in which one moves or functions. The dream lives in the inward parts. It is deep within, where the issues of life and death are ultimately determined. Keep alive the dream. Keep alive the dream. For as long as a man has a dream in his heart, he cannot lose the significance of living. And so it is. So now's our time for our opening prayer. So I invite everybody to close your eyes if you're willing. Let's take a deep breath together as we recognize and reconnect with the dream within. Recognizing that there's only one source, one supply of all that there is. All potential, all possibility, all emanating from the one spirit, the one life, the one energy that's expressing in, through, and as all that there is, all that there ever has been, and all that there ever will be. And we're all one with it. I know this truth for everybody in this room, everybody tuning into this service. I know this truth for Peter and all of his family and friends. I know this truth for Ernest Holmes and our family and friends. One spirit, one life, one energy. And this energy is not created or destroyed. It's always moving and flowing in, through, and as all that there is. This is who we are. This is what we are. We're connected. We're all connected in this one life, this one energy, this one presence, this one love intelligence. And so from this space of knowing who we are, CSL, we get to give thanks for this service. We get to give thanks for this time of coming together and remembering the dream that is the divine idea of life here on planet Earth. And we get to bless Fran Winslow as she gives our talk today, knowing that spirit flows through her, life flows through her perfectly with ease and grace, and with fire, the fire of the dream that reminds us of who we are and what we are, the truth of who we are, the truth of what we are, and all that we get to be and all that we get to do here together in life. So thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. And so it is.
Thank you, Juan Carlos. Good morning, CSL. I'm Reverend Tina Miggs. and I am here just to talk a little bit about our core values. So we have 7 core values here at CSL Fort Lauderdale, and they are love, healing, oneness, abundance, spiritual growth, sacred service, diversity, and inclusivity. So what do you value in your life? What is valuable to you? What is precious? What is a treasure? Juan Carlos spoke of, took a little light out of my fire of coming up here and doing my thing. No, I'm just kidding. About Ernest Holmes. And so this week, I got real clear as to what's valuable in my life. And I guess if I were to come up with one word right now, it would be time. The time we have here. The time we have with loved ones. The time that we dedicate to growing and expanding our understanding of what it is that this thing called life is. So I feel that what I'm about to share touches on each and every core value, so I'm not highlighting one of them. I'm just going to highlight all of them. And I'm going to share what I wrote 2 days after Ernest Holmes had passed. You know, experiences, we're always going to experience something in our life, something I can call good or bad. But the experiences are really here to help me get a greater clarity of what do I believe to be true. And so I was bumping up against, do I believe what I say is true to be true, especially when I'm moving through an experience of loss? So if I may, if you don't mind, share what I wrote. Andrew, will you bring up the picture, please? So I see this picture as a sign. This is our cat, Ernest Holmes, and he's sitting next to an ankh my husband made. Ernest was laid to rest on Wednesday. And this picture and this ankh is the reminder of the ongoingness of life. Energy is never created nor destroyed. It is only transferred. I believe this. I have experienced this truth in my life. But grief, excuse my language, for the youngins in here who are live streaming, grief is a tricky bitch. There's no roadmap, no easy way, no shortcut for grief. It pulls all up from the depths and brings each fear, each doubt, each worry, each memory, thought, emotion to the surface. No distraction, no shoving it down. So much to feel and to be present with and to experience. This is a natural part of life. There is no escaping it. We cannot run or hide. Death will come. Well, what good does it bring? What is its purpose? Is it here to inspire a greater reason to truly live? For me, it's just so quiet. Not just where you would think, in my house, but in my mind. So much time and space he occupied in my consciousness, an integral teacher on my path and in my life. 15 years I was blessed. We were blessed by his presence. So much joy and wisdom and truth he brought up through just mere coexisting with us. He showed us how to really be fully present in life. The seeming ups and downs, lefts and rights, the knockdowns, and the exhilarating highs of beauty and order perfection and harmony. My heart is heavy. And yesterday, when I walked into the house, I looked for him. Just came in from walking the dogs, and I forgot he was gone. Maybe because I felt him on the walk. Maybe because he isn't gone at all. I just no longer have his physical body to experience life through. Life is beyond the physical. Beyond this physical existence. Life is more than I can experience through these physical senses. And I can be hoodwinked into thinking and believing otherwise. The physical day in and day out of living can dupe me into believing that this is all that there is. But really, life is more than this. I am more than this. And now Ernesto is experiencing more than this. I am open to know this, to feel this, and to experience this. Right now, the veil is very thin, and the signs are all around. Life is eternal. My little dude is free and teaching me still. I feel his paws on and in my heart, his purring in my ears, and his soul dancing in the celebration of his reunification with truth, with love, with those that have gone before. If I can sit presently with all that is uncomfortable in this moment, in my grief, it is showing the way to experience more than ever before. I too, in this moment, can touch the eternal. And I know that in that, I remember where I have come from and where one day I too shall return. And so it is.
Thank you, Reverend Tina. That was beautiful. Once again, good morning, CSL family. I neglected to mention we have a guest piano player here today. Make some noise for Juan Tobin. Filling in. Thank you, Juan. Our beloved Hal is away in, I believe he's in Paris, celebrating his birthday, which is tomorrow. So be sure to say happy birthday to Hal if you guys are friends with him online. All right, I do have a couple of announcements. Here at CSL, we have many activities. For more information and registration, go to cslftl.org or our CSL app. We have licensed spiritual practitioners available for prayer in the sanctuary immediately after service. Would all of our practitioners please stand? Let's give them some love. If you would like prayer, please see one of these practitioners wearing a purple stole. You can also call the prayer line at 954-990-5625 or receive a prayer from the app by clicking on the prayer button. Also, there is a prayer request box in the lobby. Simply fill out a card and place it in the box. Please do not leave here with anything heavy on your heart, and receive a prayer from a practitioner today. Our youth center meets every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Our wonderful team shares the same themes that we teach here in the sanctuary during the service. Feel free to swing by before or after service to learn more. Starting October 1st, Zen Pike is going to be presenting Flow Yoga and its monthly membership to unlimited yoga classes. Cost per month is $75 or $20 per class. Just a reminder that our Vision Core will be meeting today directly after service in the community room. Please join Judith Phelps and Pat Hanley Johnson for a class entitled From Whence We Came. This class is a deep dive into the brilliant minds of the New Thought founders. Class begins on Wednesday, October 4th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. for 8 weeks, and that cost is $220. Join Dr. Chris Michaels on another spiritual journey to Thailand and Cambodia. There are only a few spots left, so please sign up today. Please join Fran Winslow for a new and exciting class called Mental Equivalence. In this class, you will discover how to expand your thinking so that your greatest desires may be demonstrated in your life. Class begins on Tuesday, October 17th from 6:30 to 9 p.m. for 5 weeks, and that cost is $125. Our annual gala will be on Saturday, February 24th. You will find a voting slip located on your chair. Please vote for your theme preference for the next 3 Sundays, and yes, you can vote 3 times. You may place your ballot in the basket during the offering or in the ballot box in the lobby. And lastly, CSL, please remember to visit our bookstore where you can purchase the book of the month and other publications for your spiritual growth. Grab a t-shirt or 2. Proceeds help support our CSL community. Thank you.
Where do you go when the world says you're through? You're standing in the dark. What do you say when hope fades away and you're left with a broken heart? Tell me, where do you find the strength you need to answer the call? The place to begin is when you fall. Where do you go when there's nowhere to go? Wondering how you're gonna live. What do you feel when it all seems so real and there's nothing more to give? Tell me, how do you call when the chips are down and you face your fears alone? That's when you reach down inside and become strong. I can achieve what seems impossible. I can, 'cause I'm a believer. Yes, I can. You're given a chance, I'll seize the opportunity. 'Cause I'm someone who believes that I can. Why do you try and continue to try? No matter what the outcome is, over again you're looking ahead, trying to find the answer to that quiz. Tell me, when do you get back up again? In spite of how hard you fall, you'll find who you are through it all. And I can achieve what seems impossible. I can, 'cause I'm a believer. You know I can. If given a chance, I'll seize someone who believes that I
Well, good morning once again. Let's just take a breath in together. Self-emptied and God-filled. The title of today's talk is Keeping Your Dreams Alive. And how many here have forgotten what it's like to dream? Or how many think they're too old to dream? Or how many as children were told, stop daydreaming? I was one of those kids. I was always looking out the window, conjuring up some outlandish thing that I was going to do next. I've always had a really robust imagination. And as I look back to do this talk, I remembered the very first dream that I had as a child for my future was to become a rockette. I'd line up my friends because my sisters pretty much sucked at it, and I had to find people with potential. So I'd line up my friends, and we'd practice our eye-high kicks and our strut kicks. I'm not flashing anybody here this morning. And I had this dream of being on that big, beautiful stage, looking glamorous, dancing in my high heels in perfect unison with the other dancers. And while clearly I'm not a rockette today, dance has always been a huge part of my life. I've done ecstatic dance on Venice Beach in California. I've danced with Billy Currington's band. I have danced with the B-52s. I dance whenever I can, wherever I can, because it makes me happy and I feel such freedom. And while I'm not a rockette today, those fragments of my dream still live with me. So why don't we live our dreams? Maybe it's because somebody told you you weren't good enough or made fun of you. And right then and there, obstacles are placed in the path of you following your dreams. And as children, we might go from one dream to another, eventually settling on the one that sort of serves the path of our lives, maybe with the help of our parents or without. And then there's others of us who reinvent ourselves, listening to our dreams, listening to the wisdom of the universe with open hearts and open minds, allowing Spirit's best plan to flow through us. Our founder, Ernest Holmes, says this: let us feel that our purposes are animated and inspired from on high, and then let us go forth and make our dreams come true in human experience. With invisible intelligence to guide and an immutable law to direct, let us take our place in any legitimate activity and thus cause our dreams to come to full fruition. You know, we're never too old to dream. Julia Child published her first cookbook at the age of 50. Colonel Sanders started Kentucky Fried Chicken at the age of 62. Peter Roget, who was a physician and suffered from depression, found that if he made lists of words and categorized them and looked for similarities, it helped with his depression. He published Roget's Thesaurus in his 70s. And I think my favorite story is about the actor Jim Carrey. He has a really unique story because he also embodies New Thought philosophies. He's wanted to be an actor since the age of 8. But later on in life, His family needed him to help support the family, so he took a job in a factory. And he suffered from depression the rest of his life until he stumbled upon visioning. He would vision that he was in high demand, that people praised him and loved his acting. And at first he had doubts about visualizing, but he said that it made him feel better, so he continued to do it. One day, as part of the visualizing process, he wrote himself a check for $10 million. And he put it in his billfold. And he set a time limit of, he can't remember if it was 3 or 5 years, but it was Thanksgiving of 1995. Over the years, he'd watched that check deteriorate before his eyes. And right before Thanksgiving of 1995, he found out that he was going to make $10 million for the movie Dumb and Dumber. So what dream is inside of you? What burning desire is calling you forth to do something different? Maybe you're not sure right now, and that's okay. Things are percolating inside of you, eventually bubbling up to the surface. But there has to be a willingness to get quiet and listen to that voice within. Attune to the direction of that internal compass and create. The big question is, are you willing to look within? This is where the wannabe minister asks a question, and we usually get a response. So let's try that again. Are you willing to look within? Yes. Oh, as Rev Skip would say, are you with me, CSL? Yes. When we go and listen within, we find something to dream about. Quite possibly, it's a dream that got squelched or was forgotten. The dream can be as big as you want it to be. A friend of mine who's in ministerial school says to me, I only have bold dreams right now. Maybe it's finding your soulmate, becoming a rockette, traveling the world. Or maybe it's something as simple as constructing a raised bed garden for food and teaching others how to do the same so they can feed their families. As soon as you set your sights in the direction of the dream, the universe conspires in your favor. That loving universe only knows how to say yes. But you have to be precise as possible. And we have this saying here in Science of Mind that simply goes, treat and move your feet. What that means is pray on it. Receive prayer from a practitioner. Get clarity and then take the necessary steps to make your dream a reality. Think of it this way. It's not like you call up Amazon and just say, hey, send me what you think I might need today. You have to get clear down to the size and the color. Get precise, and if something feels off, change it. You'll get clarity as time marches on. And here's a great example of how becoming clear and precise with that dream makes just good sense. When I decided to move to Fort Lauderdale, I wanted to have a condo on the beach. And that's all I wanted. And so I had these voices that said to me, you can't live on the beach. You don't earn enough money to live on the beach. You can't afford it. And because I had those doubts, guess what? Everybody else matched my vibration of doubts, and doubts upon doubts upon doubts were placed upon me. They got on that bandwagon to help me not live my dream. Well, I actually do live in a condo on the beach, but it's tiny and it's only temporary. So be clear, very clear down to the details. And most important, you have to figure out where those limiting beliefs are showing up. I had to figure out why I felt that I couldn't live on the beach. I grew up on the beach. I grew up in a small town in Rhode Island, right on the Narragansett Bay. By some stroke of genius or God nudge, my dad found this 11-room house that was a fixer-upper, and let me tell you, I fixed it up my entire childhood. And we were in the midst of mansions and wealthy people. In fact, there was a gold medalist skier that lived down the road. She would do chapstick commercials. And my mom sort of referred to us as the Beverly Hillbillies without money. We were the farmers of the neighborhood because we grew our own vegetables in the backyard. And what that did was put a huge spotlight on the socioeconomic difference between the haves and us as the have-nots. So see, I didn't deserve to live on the beach. And I discovered that through journaling. And so now, when I feel those undeserving feelings, that pang of discord that keeps me from my dreams, I release it, and I release it over and over and over again until that feeling's gone. It reminded me that I needed to be so confident in my dreams that nothing shakes it. We have to become so laser focused on our dreams that when those obstacles appear, they're just blips on the radar screens of our lives. And we also have to recognize the role that fear plays in our lives. Fear shows up in every aspect of our lives, doesn't it? It keeps us small and safe, but it also keeps us from living our lives to the full potential. It's that negative voice within that says, you can't do that. Who do you think you are? You're not smart enough. You're not good looking enough. You're not this. You're not that. And the list goes on and on and on. It's just our ego talking to us, trying to keep us small and safe. Wayne Dyer defines the ego as edging God out. That ego has us playing small, and it's always encompassed in not enoughness. And let me tell you this, Spirit does not want us to be full of fear and not living our lives to our full potential. There's a spiritual principle that just says we are here as expressions of Spirit and to further express as Spirit. Is there any room in that principle for playing small? And we need to fulfill the steps to reach our dream. We aren't just sitting back in the recliner at home saying, whew, I think my dream's gonna find me today. It's been an hour, still waiting. We have to take the steps necessary. If you want to be an artist, you have to pick up your brush every day. Sell your artwork. Market yourself. And here's the biggie. You pray on it, you meditate, you journal, you do your affirmations and set your intention every single day to be the best that you can possibly be. Because doing this fosters growth in your unshakable faith. Treat and move your feet every single day. As we talk about the things that may keep us in the way of our dreams, those limiting beliefs, and releasing them, what's next? Here are some ways that you can stay true to yourself and keep your dreams alive and thriving. Number one, don't let those naysayers rent space in your head. It's occupied, people. Seriously, don't listen. Walk away if you need to. Others aren't living your dream. Surround yourself with people that support you. Right now, Kirby and I are teaching a class for spiritual entrepreneurs, and in that class, everybody's supporting one another with their dreams and coming up with ideas to bring their dream into their reality. So create your own net of support. Number 2, stop selling yourself short. When things aren't going fast enough or the going gets tough, it's normal and natural to lose confidence in yourself and your dreams. Develop a plan for your lifelines at those times. Phone a friend. Find some things that work to keep you on course or get back on course to make your dream a reality. And lastly, only compare yourself to yourself. The only person you should become better than every single day is yourself. Ultimately, it's up to you. And here's a little reminder to kick those naysayers to the curb. Practice your high kicks and make your dream a reality.
It's up to you, New York, New York.
I love you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, people, calm it down, calm it down. Yeah, I know. I wore a dress today, so there's none of that going on. Now is the time in our service where we get to practice the law of circulation. So I'll have the ushers go ahead and come forward. We'd like to take this moment to thank all of our TPL members. We appreciate you and your continued generosity. So if you have your gift in your hand, just place it on your heart, or if you give automatically or you're giving online, we appreciate that. Just hold it close to your heart as we pray. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. And so it is.
Good morning again, CSL. So on Friday was the beginning of Hispanic Heritage Month, so it's only right that we celebrate. I don't know if you knew, but I'm Latina, so let's do this. Wow, right?
Y se olvida. ¿Y para qué sufrir? ¿Para qué si así es la vida? Hay que vivirla. Voy a reír, voy a bailar, vivir mi vida. Voy a reír, voy a gozar, vivir mi vida. Voy a vivir el momento para entender el destino. Voy a escuchar el silencio para encontrar el camino. ¿Y para qué llorar? ¿Para qué si duele una pena? Se olvida. ¿Y para qué sufrir? ¿Para qué si así es la vida? Hay que vivirla. Voy a reír, voy a bailar, vivir mi vida. Voy a reír, voy a gozar, vivir mi vida. Voy a reír, voy a bailar, vivir mi vida. Voy a reír, voy a gozar, vivir mi vida.
Thank you, Reflections. Amazing and beautiful, as always, getting us up and moving. You know, there's an importance for movement, right? To integrate, right? To get it to move from the head, to get it shaken into the body. That's how it comes alive in our spirit. So, thank you for music. You know, thank you, friend. That was a beautiful talk. It really was. And I looked up a quote because it kind of came to me. I knew I was coming up here. But it's from Pretty Woman, and it just stood out to me, right? We all saw Pretty Woman, possibly, right? Right? So at the end of the movie, the gentleman at the end is just talking on the street, right? As she's leaving in her beautiful white carriage, which is the limo. And he's saying, "Welcome to Hollywood. What's your dream? Everybody comes here. This is Hollywood, land of dreams. Some dreams come true, some don't, but keep on dreaming. This is Hollywood. Always time to dream, so keep dreaming." And that's it. Hollywood, right? This is, everywhere we find ourselves is the space and place in which our dreams get to come alive. And we get to spend time in the stillness coming into contact with our dream. So that's what we're doing. We're just taking a moment, 1 minute in the stillness. So I just invite you to turn within, just to close your eyes. And I'm going to bring up two of the questions that Fran asked in her talk. What dream is inside you? What burning desire is calling you forward in your life? So I want you to tap into this dream. There's a dream that's been on our hearts, in your hearts, in my heart, since the day we incarnated. There's something that's always been there and been present. So, what is it? Let it come back up. Give it permission to speak to you. Involve all of your senses. What does it feel like? What does it look like? What does it sound like? What does it smell like? Get all into that dream. Experience it as it is happening now already. So we're just going to take a moment in that feeling. What dream is inside of you? What burning desire is calling you forward in your life? Now that we have spent some time in the stillness in this moment with this dream, be of service to your soul and dip into that feeling tone every day, even just for one moment, for the rest of your physical existence. Antonio and Maylin, will you bring us out of meditation with that beautiful song?
Every day, every day, every day, every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day.
God is all around
In
me.
and through me. As me. In and through me. As me.
God is all around me.
So let's activate this dream in our life. Let's set it forth with a collective Om, breathing in and exhaling. Breathing in, and on the exhale, release the Om. Thank you. Thank you for joining me with that. What a beautiful way to end the service. So yes, that calls the close to our service today. What a beautiful day spent celebrating life with each other. Let's give a round of applause for all that have served and all that have shown up. We do have an affirmation we always end with, so you may find it on your seats or you might have moved it to the floor. You can grab it and rise if you may and join as we read this affirmation. I will read the first line and then you'll repeat after me. Today, I keep my dreams alive in my heart. I can manifest my vision with determination and bliss-alpine. And so it is. Amen. So there is one power, one life, one spirit, one presence, this creative force that is in, through, and as each of us and all of us. It is the very thing that continues to speak, guide, direct, and navigate us through this thing called life. There is the dream that is always speaking to us. It is always, once we realize it and recognize it and awaken it within our own beings, we see it out picturing all through our lives. It is always calling us forth in our life. And so this is what I'm knowing. This is what I'm knowing that we're calling forth into this week. So I give great thanks for all that has transpired, all that has come up in realization and insight and experience through this very service on this day. And I know that we go forth from this energy, from this love, from this creativity out into the world, and we bring the lights. We bring the love. We bring the peace. We bring the joy and creativity wherever we go. And so it is. So please, please come back and see us next week on Sunday, 10:30 a.m. We will be here. Thank you, live streamers. We'll see you then as well. Please stay and join us in our closing song, This Is My Wish.
Thank you for taking part in today's live stream. Your participation means so much to us. Remember, there's several ways to give. Click on the donate button here on Facebook or donate at our homepage, cslftl.org. There's also a regular giving program called TPL, where you can set up a monthly contribution. You'll find details on our webpage, cslftl.org. Here's a great way to stay in touch with CSL Center for Spiritual Living. Our brand new app is available in the App Store under Center for Spiritual Living FL, and that's Florida. Stay in touch, and thank you again for participating in our live stream. We'll see you soon.